Hey guys, my name is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel, Worth the Read, where we talk about books that are worth your time reading. Today's video is about Black-A-Thon. Now, booktuber Jessie E from Bowties Books decided to create this reading challenge for the celebration of Black History Month. And we're going to talk about my TBR for the challenge. We're going to talk about the different categories that you can follow for your selection of books for the challenge, and everything Black History Month to celebrate the month of February. So let's get right into it. Now, she created different categories for this challenge, and there are 5 of them, and I'm reading them off a piece of paper. Challenge number 1, Feel the Love. Read a book that has a Black romance between 2 Black people or a Black person and another person of color. Challenge number 2, Wakanda Forever. Read a graphic novel or comic series with a Black or Afro-American main character, or just one by a Black author. Feel the Beat. She selected 4 spoken word audio links that she provided us, and she wants you to listen to them, all of them, or one, or how many ever you want, and just post or comment on social media about how you felt about the spoken word piece. More Than Color. She wants people to realize that we as Afro-Americans or Africans or Black people are more than just our color. So she wants you to read a book that has a Black main character that also has a disability, LGBTQ, is battling some type of neurological issues, something Black, and that's that category. And the final category is All in This Together. It's a group read. Everybody will be reading this one book, and that's Poet X by Elizabeth Avedado. I know I'm mispronouncing that last name, but Poet X. So those are the 5 main challenges for the Black-A-Thon 2019. Now, I selected 5 books. The 6th book is the book that we're all reading together, which is Poet X. And I tried to select books that met some of my 2019 book goals. So I'm going to give you my TBR right now and pray that I can get through all 6 books for the month of February. So my first book hits the point of being a Black author, and it's a self-published novel, so it also hits my goal of reading more self-published novels in 2019, and that is Man Eater by Lori Goldson. This book is about a young girl who's 27 years old named Sasha, and she ends up marrying her college sweetheart named Sean, and she thinks that it's going to be a perfect marriage. They're good together, but then they get married and he totally flips, and she becomes basically a living sex slave and maid. And I'm interested in reading this and seeing how this turns out. I love books that have it reminds me of Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Parrish, where everybody thinks they're perfect, and then when they're home together, their life is totally different. So this is one of my Black-A-Thon reading books. My graphic novel for the Wakanda Forever category will be Incognito by Matt Johnson and Warren Police, and that is my graphic novel I'm reading. If I get this is in black and white. Let me show you. Put the other book down. So this graphic novel is in black and white. So it's really, I'm looking forward to this. I purchased this for my Christmas haul, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. So these are my first 2 books. My next book selection fills the category of Feel the Love, and that is Pride by Abigail Boyd. Now, this book is a Pride and Prejudice retelling based on the author's main character, Zori, who lives in Brooklyn, and her neighborhood is in the process of being gentrified. So that, to me, is a double-edged sword. If you don't know what gentrification is, Google it. It's a positive and negative thing. Basically, people are coming to your neighborhood and sprucing it up per se. Spending money for businesses to move there, cleaning up the neighborhood, fixing things like sidewalks and streets to make the neighborhood look better and to bring businesses and jobs to your neighborhood. But by doing that, you often increase property taxes, which means people who live in the neighborhood can't afford to remain in the neighborhood. My parents' neighborhood, which is in Philadelphia, they literally live the next neighborhood over from me. A street divides our neighborhood, and their neighborhood is going through the process of gentrification. And when I lived in Brooklyn, I lived in Flatbush, and when I first moved there, that was the beginning process of their neighborhood gentrification. It's a good thing because your neighborhood gets cleaned up, more money is put into the neighborhood, things like that. But when the people who have lived there and owned their homes for years can no longer afford to remain there, is it really a neighborhood anymore? But that's here nor there. She lives in Brooklyn. Her neighborhood is changing before her eyes, and a new family moves in down the street. And she kind of has a love-hate relationship with one of the brothers that moves in. I have never read Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if I was going to select that as my classic book to read this year, but I'm looking forward to reading this version, this retelling of it. Also, look at this color. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors, and inside the book is absolutely gorgeous. Can you see this? Oh my gosh. It's on both sides of the book. And then the color of the actual book is gorgeous, and the gold on the spine. This book, I don't know who selected these colors. I don't know if she did or the publishers did, but bravo, guys, bravo. Beautiful colors, beautiful book, beautiful dust jacket. It's just amazing. I cannot stop looking at this picture. God, I just can't. So that's my selection for Feel the Love. Novel I selected for the More Than Color category is The Beauty That Remains, and this is another gorgeous dust jacket. I love bright colors. I'm drawn to them. So if your dust jacket has beautiful colors, most likely I will pick it up. This book is by Ashley Woodfolk. It's three main characters. They're best friends, and music kind of brings them together. One of the main characters is a gay male, and a tragedy happens, and their friendship is tested. And that's all I pretty much know about this book. I'm looking forward to reading it. Angie Thomas, who we all know I'm obsessed with, The Hate You Give, wrote, "Be prepared to be broken, be prepared to feel whole again." So I'm looking forward to reading this book. It comes off as very emotional, and we know that I am not an emotional reader. I read mainly for entertainment and to be happy and cheerful, but sometimes there are books like The Hate You Give that take you there. Sometimes you need to go there, and I think this will be one of those books. So if Angie likes it, I'm gonna like it. I guarantee you that. Because one of my 2019 book goals was to read more diverse characters, I selected another book that would coincide with the More Than Color category. And that book is Little in Line by Brandy Colbert. This book is about a girl named Suzette, I think her name is? Yes, Suzette, who returns to LA from her New England boarding school, and she really doesn't want to come home. And her brother has a disability. He's schizophrenic and bipolar disorder. Her brother was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and he has a nurse that comes to the house, and Suzette has a boyfriend, but she ends up falling for the nurse, and her brother is also falling for the nurse. So she's back at home, and has to face things and bad decisions she's made in the past, and I'm looking forward to reading this. This covers a gay main character, a black main character, a disability with mental illness. These are three main categories that I want to read more of, and also by a Black author. So that's great for Black-A-Thon. And that's my 5th selection. The last book I'm going to talk about is the All in This Together book, the book that everyone is reading, that is participating in this Black-A-Thon, and that is The Poet X by Elizabeth Adebayo. This book is about a young lady whose mother is very strict Catholic, and she's limited on what she's allowed to do, what things she's allowed to partake in, and different activities, but she discovers spoken word, and she falls in love with it. And I guess it's about the battle between her mother and her newfound love of spoken word. I selected 6 books, well, 5 books, other than the all together read. And to me, now we all know, 2 books a month is great, but reading 6 books in a month is a stretch. The only reason I selected it, and I'm going to try, and this is a reading-a-thon, so you're trying to read more than you normally would, is because the graphic novel is shorter. It's a graphic novel. They're quick reads. This is written in verse. So there's, of course, I picked the page that has the most words, but there are not many words on the page. I'm trying to see. So this will also be a quick read to me. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to probably read the graphic novel in this first to knock them out. The other books are longer. I'm looking forward to this. This has won a reading award. I like books in verse. I've read The Long Way Down and another one of Jason Reynolds' books. He tends to write in verse as well. They're quick reads, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. And that is my Black-A-Thon TBR for this Black-A-Thon Challenge 2019. Thank you to Jessie E for creating this challenge. I will link her video below so you can check it out, and the other YouTubers she's partnering with. This is going to be a challenge. I did the read-a-thon in the summer, and I've read 4 books in that, I think it was 2-week span. So 6 books in a 4-week span is doable. I'm going to try to vlog during the process. Now, if I start and I don't finish, don't blame me. But I'm going to try my best to vlog during the process of reading all 6 of these books. And it might just be one vlog for one little snippet for each book, or it might be like a whole vlog for one book. We'll see how I go and how my time management skills, work out that process. But that's it. Everyone have a great day. Many blessings. Comment, rate, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. If you're in Philly, hey, say what's up. Let me know what you're planning on reading. If you're planning on partaking in Black-A-Thon in the month of February, or if you're just reading one book that's, written by a Black author to support the Black History Month, let me know. What are you reading? What's going on in your life? Everybody have a great weekend, and we're out from Worth the Read. Peace.